biggest artists were like P Square, the band.
Yeah.
Like even then, Wizkid was like young. He was really young, but like I remember like him just coming up in the game. So the game was coming up, and I remember that moment. I was like, I want to do Nigerian music.
Wizkid, whose real name is Ayodeji Ibrahim Balogun, born the 16th of July 1990, better known today as Big Wiz, is a Nigerian singer and songwriter. Born in the Ojuelegba suburb of Surulere, Lagos, he is a voice in the emerging Afrobeats movement. His music is a blend of Afrobeats, Afropop, R&B, Afrobeat, reggae, dancehall, and pop. He began recording music at the age of 11 and released a collaborative album with the Glorious Five, a group he and a couple of his church friends formed. In 2009, Wizkid signed a record deal with Benky W's Empire Mates Entertainment (EME). He rose to the limelight after releasing Holla at Your Boy, the lead single from his debut studio album, Superstar 2011, which also spawned the singles Cheese Meat Bad Guys and Don't Dull. On the 17th of September 2014, he released the self-titled second studio album, Ayo, which was supported by 6 singles, including JJ. Wizkid left EME after his contract expired. In 2016, he achieved international recognition following his collaboration with Drake on the hit single, One Dance, which reached #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and topped the charts in 14 additional countries. The song broke multiple records, making Wizkid the first Afrobeats artist to appear in the Guinness World Records. In March 2017, he signed a multi-album deal with RCA Records and released his third studio album, Sounds from the Other Side, later that year. The album was supported by 5 singles, including Come Closer, featuring Drake. In October 2020, he released his 4th album, Made in Lagos, which received commercial success and acclaim, reaching #1 on the Billboard World Album Chart. The album includes the single, Essence, featuring Thames, which became the first Nigerian song to chart on the Billboard Hot 100, and reached the top 10 following a remix released by Justin Bieber. Wizkid's 5th album, More Love, Less Ego, was released on the 11th of November 2022. His 6th album Mariah, which is dedicated to his late mother, was released on the 22nd of November 2024. The album broke the record for the biggest streaming debut for an African album on Spotify. Endorsements. In 2012, Wizkid signed a 1-year endorsement deal with Pepsi, reportedly worth $350,000 United States dollars. He traveled to Beirut, Lebanon, with Tiwa Savage for a Pepsi commercial shoot. On the 28th of May 2013, Premium Times reported that Wizkid had signed a 1-year deal with Mountain Nigeria. The newspaper also reported that Wizkid's Pepsi contract was renewed for 2 more years. In November 2013, Wizkid signed an endorsement deal with Guinness for the Guinness World of More concert, held at the Echo Convention Center of the Echo Hotel and Suites on Victoria Island, Lagos. In June 2015, Pulse Nigeria reported that Wizkid had left Mountain and signed a 128 million Nairas deal with Glow. He is the first African artist to reach 1 million followers on Twitter. List of awards and nominations received by Wizkid. Wizkid's music has earned several achievements, including the Grammy Award for Best Music Video as a lead artist on Beyoncé's Brown Skin Girl, his first ever Grammy Award. He is the most awarded African artist at the American Music Awards, 3. MTV Video Music Award 1. Soul Train Awards 3. Billboard Awards 3 and iHeartRadio Music Awards 2, while also tying for the most at BET Awards 4. MOBO Awards 6. He is also a recipient of an ASCAP plaque for his songwriting contributions to Drake's One Dance, which also earned 2 Guinness World Records, for being the first song to reach 1 billion streams on Spotify, and at the time being the most streamed song on Spotify. Wizkid was cited as one of the top 100 most influential Africans by New African magazine in 2019. He is also the most awarded artiste in the Headies Award history. He was nominated in the Best Global Music Album and the Best Global Music Performance categories in the 64th Annual Grammy Awards for Made in Lagos Deluxe Edition and Essence, respectively. In November 2021, Apple Music Awards announced him as the winner of Artist of the Year, Africa.
It actually feels great, to be part of like the first Afrobeat festival. This is actually like my first major show in London, so like this is kind of like a big deal for me and for my career as well. So and it feels great. That's the only thing I can say. From like I grew up listening to these guys right here. These are like my big brothers. Gotta give it to them. They've been here for 10 years, and they're doing this strong still. So like me being on the same bill with them, like outside my country where people appreciate my music, that's kind of like a big deal. I'm not gonna lie. So I feel great, really, really great. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I actually want to thank my fans because they actually made me.
Big Wiz is a true definition of from grass to grace. From a wannabe to the real deal, the definition of real musical success. He is focused, determined and are very intentional to achieve success, hence he worked hard for it. In his early musical collaborations, by 2006, when he was known as Lil Prince, he actively collaborated with various Nigerian pop acts, including prominent names like OJB Jezreel, Nato C, and Banky W. However, his career professionally took off from 2009, when he signed a record deal with Empire Mates Entertainment. EME 2011 marked a significant year as he released his debut studio album, Superstar, which achieved critical acclaim and established him as a rising star in the Nigerian music scene. Big Wiz may be young by age, but actually, he has paid his dues in Nigeria and Africa music industry. Many established musicians today look up to him as their role model. He has 4 children with 3 different women. The children were born in 2011, 2016, 2017, and 2022. His mother Jane Balogun died in London on the 18th of August 2023. Fatherhood controversy. In August 2011, Nigerian Entertainment Today reported that the singer fathered his first child at the age of 21. After a thorough investigation, the newspaper concluded Wizkid impregnated then undergraduate student Sola Ogudugu. When the story broke, his close friends and associates did not confirm it because DNA results were pending at the time. Wizkid broke his silence on the story during several interviews. In an interview with a Nigerian Entertainment Today editor, he denied having a child. In another interview conducted in Ogudu GRA, Lagos, he said he really did not want to find himself in that peculiar situation. In December 2012, Wizkid denied the baby scandal during an interview with Nanye Ben Nwankwo of The Punch. In October 2013, he uploaded a picture of himself and his 2-year-old son, Boluwatife Balogun, to his Instagram account. The photo confirmed the 2011 report published by Nigerian Entertainment Today. In an interview with Alex Frank of Vogue magazine in February 2015, Wizkid said he wears a mixture of streetwear and traditional Nigerian clothes. He cited Pharrell Williams as one of his fashion style icons. Moreover, he revealed plans to establish a clothing line following the release of Sounds from the Other Side. The Wizkid and Davido feud is a long-standing rivalry between 2 of Nigeria's biggest music stars. It has been marked by social media jabs, public criticisms, and periods of reconciliation, with recent escalations seemingly rekindling the initial tensions. The rivalry has been fueled by competition, comparisons between their musical styles, and even personal issues. Here's a more detailed look at the feud. Early tensions 2010s. The rivalry began in the early 2010s when both artists were rising to fame, leading to comparisons and subtle jabs on social media. Periods of reconciliation 2017-2023. There were moments where the 2 artists seemed to have buried the hatchet, with Wizkid performing with Davido in 2017 and Davido performing at Wizkid's concert in 2018. They were even seen hugging and exchanging pleasantries in 2022 and December 2023. Recent escalation 2024. Wizkid recently reignited the feud by making critical remarks about Davido on social media, calling him whack and talentless. This sparked a new wave of controversy and social media reactions. Possible factors contributing to the feud. Competition. Both artists are at the top of their game, leading to a natural rivalry for attention and recognition. Personal issues. There are also whispers of personal disagreements, such as Davido's absence from Wizkid's mother's burial, and alleged threats from Davido's associates. Fanbase involvement. The fans of both artists often get involved in the feud, adding to the intensity and public nature of the rivalry. Conclusion. While there have been periods of reconciliation, the Wizkid and Davido feud appears to be ongoing. The recent social media exchanges suggest that the tensions between the 2 artists are far from resolved. This video shows Wizkid and Davido's beef.
It actually feels great, yeah, to be part of like the first Afrobeat festival. Like, this is actually like my first major show in London, so like this is kind of like a big deal for me and for my career as well. So and it feels great. That's the only thing I can say. From like I grew up listening to these guys right here. These are like my big brothers. Gotta give it to them. They've been here for 10 years, and you know they're doing it strong still. So like me being on the same bill with them, like outside my country where people appreciate my music, that's kind of like a big deal. I'm not gonna lie. So I feel great, really, really great. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.